He's touched millions of children throughout multiple generations, inspiring creative play, unity, and love. Today, the love continues for the old and the new. Welcome to the Purple Rain Podcast, hosted by Best Party Fan 2, Hedge on Stage, Tee-Riffic Tributes, and Malachi Finch. Disclaimer, this podcast has no affiliation with Mattel Incorporated. Produced by Moonlight Paradise Entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was jamming too. My 5-year-old son was in here like, come on, everybody, let's get up.
Hello. It feels weird. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Purple Rain Podcast, episode 3. Are we on 3 now? We're on 3.
Yep.
I'm Hedge on Stage from YouTube, joined, of course, by Malachi. And Kaylin's all the way over there. First things first, do I sound okay? Am I like too loud? Am I too quiet? What's going on here?
You
sound
good
to me, man. Sound good? Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
I literally just plugged my mic in and I wasn't messing around with the gain or anything. Okay, we're good.
It's How's everybody smooth, doing? Buttery Keith David voice of yours.
Buttery smooth. He's touched millions of children.
Yo.
Oh, what do you mean by that?
What are you talking about? Let's see who we got here. Oh, Minikiv, hello. Tristan says, how's everybody doing? I'm doing pretty okay. It's actually, it's still hot where we are. It was like 90 today.
Before we get to the ever-changing weather, Karan's going to join us later. So if it feels like we're kind of like going by the breeze here, it's because we don't have our fearless leader to kind of guide the ship here. But anyway, yes, it is grossly hot where I'm at. We're under a 2-week heat advisory, and it is not getting any better. Yeah, we had some rain last week, but it did nothing. Like, it made everything hotter. So I'm just like, can we get to fall somehow? You know what I mean?
I'm so ready. So ready.
Yeah. Let's see. Anthony said didn't know Mr. K could turn invisible. Yeah, me either. What's up, guys? Nancy says hello. Yo, I had me some General Tso's chicken just a few minutes ago. Oh my lord.
Dude, I'm cooking later tonight. I'm making some 3-meat spicy spaghetti from Olive Garden's recipe.
Okay.
I just had some pasta. Literally just had some Alfredo with some spicy sausage in it.
Man, you cannot go wrong with pasta at all.
Can't.
No.
Can't.
Not at all.
It's like I don't say it's the easiest thing, but it's like the one thing. I have so many friends that are like, oh, I don't know how to cook. I'm like, all you have to do is just boil some noodles.
The water and find a
sauce. Yeah, boil some noodles.
Boil some noodles. You could even just eat it just like that. You shouldn't.
Literally, you
could. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. But
you could boil noodles and add butter and a cheese, and then you got like a little cheap little thing going on.
Oodles and noodles.
Someone asked if we knew that Bob West does live streams. We do. He does one about like every Sunday.
Yes, like it's like every other Sunday, I think. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. So when we get done with this, I'm sure a lot of you beautiful people out there will be watching his later tonight if he's having one tonight. I'm not sure.
I forgot it was Sunday. Wow.
Yeah, and he's on West Coast time, so he's gonna be like super late for us.
Yeah,
so, like,
be late.
Yeah.
It's like I think anytime I see him, it's like 9, almost 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to say I always miss it every time just because it is so late.
You know what's fascinating about Bob?
He's the voice of Barney. Pretty crazy.
He's like the only person out of the franchise who is like actively doing like creative like content stuff. Well, not just for himself, but like putting himself for the brand. Like, David Joyner, he does his thing or whatever, but he's not like putting on live streams, going to conventions, or not going to as many conventions as he should, or he's not like interacting with fans, kind of like Bob does on his streams and whatnot. Like I can't think of any other person out of this franchise who has correctively and positively kind of represented that era of the brand. And
Yeah.
I'm grateful for that.
It is crazy too, knowing that he was the original voice. So like for all intents and purposes, he is the guy, and he's doing this every single week. It is pretty crazy. I'm trying to think of a David Joyner's getting on that. He's definitely he did one convention. Was it this year?
Yeah, it was in
So
April in Jersey.
he's like kind of hopping on that convention circuit type of thing. Not really.
I feel like he's slowly but surely like trying to dip his toe in the water in terms of that. I don't know what his like situation is, like, financially or anything like that, but I feel like someone told him, "Hey, you should get on this thing because people want to hear your story. People want to, ask questions. People want to, meet you. People want to, you shouldn't just like go out of the country and tell people that you're Barney whilst wearing a giant Barney jacket from God knows how long that's still, threaded together." But I'm sure he'll like figure something out. I just hope that he won't do like a carbon copy of Bob. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is kind of what Dean is doing. Like Dean's not doing live streams, but he's like on Cameo and offering like, birthday messages and stuff as the voice of Barney. And it's like, dude, you're like at this point 10 years too late. Like it's really all about
doesn't he have a TikTok or something?
He does. He barely posts anything.
So long ago though. I'm about to say like he posted like 2 or 3 good things and like never heard from him again.
And it's strange because it was the first time we saw him like perform the voice. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it hasn't changed.
It's weird. It feels like he gets onto something, posts one thing, and then gives up. I don't know if he's like reading comments or like he just doesn't care as much, but I feel like this has happened at least like 3 times where he'll make an account on a big platform. He'll post something, "Hey, I'm the voice of Barney," ho, 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 and then just like nothing for like months. It's like, what is it going on?
Malachi did a thing.
Oh boy.
Oh my God.
Bro, I watch that video like every day now. I hate it. I hate it for me, bro. It's like queued up in my favorites on my phone, bro.
You saved it here?
She's so big. She's so cute. She's so cuddly.
That's Malachi's animated wallpaper on his phone.
Oh my God.
We went to Food Lion. Shout out North Carolina. We went to Food Lion and I saw like a Dolly Parton cupcake mix thing. And I was like, bro, that's Barney's favorite snack. He'd be making that every single day.
His favorite snack.
He love him some Dolly cupcakes.
Yo, walk past this. Oh boy, Dolly.
Yeah, picked it off the shelf as a
start clap.
But I don't think he's like reading comments or anything. I just think he's a very busy and a very accomplished voice actor right now. Like he's not on any shows or anything. Like he's primarily doing commercials and stuff, kind of like I do, but obviously on a much grander scale. So he's definitely getting like the attention, and obviously, he was Barney. Like people are gonna hire him anyway. But I think in terms of like doing like content for like TikTok and stuff, I don't think he likes that avenue. But I'm sure his agent told him like, hey, like just like David was like, hey, just get on that so you can make more. Make more dough.
I will say, I don't remember when I brought it up, but it was the You Hate Me, I Love You, You Hate Me documentary where I brought up in my review where they got Carrie Stinson and they got Dean Went to be part of the documentary.
I know what you're talking about.
They showed them for like not even a minute. They showed them for like 10 seconds them sitting
Dean
down
had
in the chair.
Dean maybe had 3 scenes. Because they were primarily interviewing his wife. And then Carrie just sat down and that was it.
I was weak
So
when I
much
saw that.
The emotional
It's not
roller
often
coaster
that
I
I'm
went
watching
through.
a documentary and I just like burst out laughing. I was watching it by myself and I was crying because I was like, I know they didn't just get them both, two of like the biggest people in the franchise, and they said nothing. Not a single word came out of their mouth. I was like, what? I loved it.
Oh man. Thank you guys for tuning in as always. According to Karan's channel here, we have 26 people watching. So thank you guys. As always, these are kind of like spur of the moment stuff. When we get special guests on, they'll be more scheduled, so you'll know it ahead of time. When we're doing these, we do have a couple people lined up who are interested. So we'll see what they do in the near future with us. But again, thank you guys. Give us a follow on our Instagrams. That's when we primarily announce when we're doing one of these. I posted mine today. So just follow us, Hedge on Stage on Instagram, Tee-Riffic Tributes on Instagram, the Best Bounty Fan 2 on Instagram. And also, as always, follow Mr. K's Clubhouse. Wherever you watch your television shows, whether you have Roku, Amazon Fire Stick, it's easily accessible. And of course, here on YouTube. So, be sure to take a look at that. He also just introduced a new character for the series. You guys see that?
I saw that. The scientist.
I'm sure he'll talk about it later. But yeah, season 4. I think they're about to wrap up production for that. So be on the lookout for that when that drops. Also, Karan had me almost in tears the other day. He posted a video of him and the cast and crew when they were about to film an episode. And he did what's called a mindful minute, which is I guess his like kind of form of like try to get people prepared and in the zone, sort of like a kind of meditation sort of thing. It was very inspiring, and I would really want to try to put that into my daily lifestyle because, like I said, that was very inspiring. So shout out to Karan as always. Again, I'm sure he'll talk about it when he joins us later. And speak of the devil.
Oh, look at that. He looked just like him.
I like that shirt.
Thank you, man. It's very Hawaiianish. I got it when I went to Puerto Rico.
Nice.
Cool. I was supposed to go there last month.
I've never been to Puerto Rico. I just got it off of like online.
Off of like online.
Puerto Rico, like online.com. Yeah.
What's that?
We were just talking about you.
Jump scare.
Really? Why would I do?
Anything. Yeah. Okay. So we were talking in the group chat earlier. I'm sure we've kind of hinted through our past streams and whatnot that me and Karan have this thing. We're butting against us as fans as two of the biggest R&B singers right now in that genre, which is Chris Brown and Usher. And lately, Chris Brown has almost succeeded my life to the point where I was scrolling through Instagram after I purchased a shirt from this company, and lo and behold, is Chris Brown performing Residuals plastered all over a giant T-shirt, and I'm like, this is Karan's fault.
Okay. You can't escape the king of R&B.
R. Kelly?
Yo.
Nah.
He can't escape them prison bars.
Back in the day, yes. That's what you guys.
I do like that news. So what?
That's what you guys were talking about me.
Yep, we were talking about.
I do like that new song he put out. He sampled "Nice and Slow" by Usher, but didn't get him on the song, which is hilarious.
You can remix it, yeah. That's one of those songs though that it's so perfect because almost any of the R&B singers of today and past could fit on it easily. Usher could fit on it easily. Tank, Kalani, SZA, anyone could literally fit on it. That they should just do a few remixes.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's no one in the chat who understands anything we're talking about.
I was about to say, I don't think anybody.
They're just all like, "Hey, bro, jump scare."
All the comments just stopped for like 5 minutes. They didn't know what to say. All right, what did I miss?
Right.
What did I miss? Someone says, question for y'all. If the Barney movie ever gets made, should it go to theaters or direct to streaming? Direct to streaming immediately. Theaters,
okay, so that
great adventure.
It will
go to theaters because that's what Mattel will do, but it should not.
Okay, so I guess that's a good lead-in for our first topic tonight.
Okay, hold on. What did I miss before?
Oh, we were just introducing ourselves.
Oh, okay.
And talking about this gross weather.
Yeah, and the Dean and Dolly again.
I was cutting grass. That's what took me so long, and I'm not even finished. I have to go back and do it. It was 80 degrees at 9 o'clock this morning, and it's now 95 with a heat index to where it feels like it's 110. It's so stupid. I hate it. So I love it more than the winter time, but like I still hate it at the same time.
When you go on the weather app and it says 95 degrees feels like 310, it's like,
like real, bro.
Like, that's the weather. Like, don't tell me what it feels like.
Right?
I know what it feels like.
How do you know it feels like that?
Hey, you know what's so funny? I think Hedge, you said in the chat that you were like in a flash flood warning or something. Dude, literally, our meteorologists here have been beefing with each other online. Because one says the rest of them aren't giving the actual information, and then the other one will post an actual status calling the other one. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. And it's like your entire job is to do nothing but guess anyway. Like, who cares? Yeah, like weather wars. And what is happening? It's a real thing. I'll send you guys screenshots. It's so ridiculous.
Mind you, somebody promised that he was going to bring clean air, clean energy, and clean water, which would fix all this climate crap. That has yet to happen. But I'll leave it at that.
Ricky Raccoon is trying to get the trash right now in broad daylight. I'm going to shoot him.
Oh. I want to hear this. That's just what I did.
What did he say?
He said a raccoon was in his yard and he's going to shoot it.
Oh. I wonder if he really has a gun.
I'm just going to do this.
He doesn't want to hear that the animal die.
LMAO.
Oh man.
Bold.
I guess we'll wait. I was gonna wait till he gets back, but I guess what somebody asked earlier is a good lead into our first topic here. So earlier this week, or I guess last week, now that we're starting a new week, Robbie Brenner, did you kill him?
I did not shoot them. I did throw a rock. Broad daylight. Like, what are you doing out there right now? Anyway, sorry guys.
Anyway, so Robbie Brenner, who is the newest head of Mattel Films and I think their TV division as well. She gave an interview with The Wrap. You can find it online. It is just one of those like paywall news articles, which I'm so sick of. But I did get the gist of the article from a reliable source, Bolton. So
you're an asshole.
It's like I think both set up for failure because it's like some of the stuff that he gets from whatever source is true, and other stuff it's just like either not or it's so vague that it's like, what's the point to report on it? So he doesn't he doesn't have a good shot at all. All he can do is just do what he's been doing and just post everything, because you don't really know whether or not it's fully legit or not, and you don't want to miss. It's like it's so stupid. It's not his fault. It's Mattel's fault.
It is, honestly. But anyway, so during the interview, the subject of Barney came up, more specifically the movie that you've been planning for almost 6 years now. So the interviewer just basically brought up and said, hey, everybody's been speculating that this is going to be like a Death to Smoochie or the equivalent of like a more darker like Christopher Robin sort of thing. And she basically just kind of debunked all that and said, hey, we're not doing any of that. Verbatim, she said, it's going to be a beautiful, lighthearted film. We're not looking to create any controversy with this character that's already, been there, from the backlash from the 90s and whatnot, from adults and what. And she basically said that, we're not leaning towards that. It's going to be a fun, beautiful, film that kind of will reflect how we view ourselves in society. I think that's how she phrased it. And also, I think it's the Mattel CEO also added that they want to like not change the character, just more or less like view him in a different light, which worries me because I don't know what that means at all. So I guess we'll open the floor here. What do you guys think of those comments? I don't. She's very vague.
They just need to get something on camera. They just need to kill somebody. They need to film.
Like even if it's like, what do you like? Show his foot and give us a damn trailer or something like I don't
like a teaser poster or something.
Yeah, like
anything.
Something like, bro, like it's just. I feel
they're
like
talking
this
about it like it's like a fan fiction or something. Can you just show us something?
This
also doesn't help.
Go ahead, Kaylin.
Oh, I was about to say it also doesn't help that the voice actors from the new show are following the person who's screenwriting and potentially is starring in the movie, thinking that they might have a chance to get casted. And it's like, and that makes me believe that they don't know what's going on. Nobody knows what's going on except the people trying to develop this. What's her name? Ayo. How do you say her last name?
Ayo.
I don't know.
Editor, however you pronounce it. Like Hedge said, it at this point it's fan fiction. Like they might as well just write a book.
I mean, it's suffering the same fate that Blade is with Marvel right now, where they're like, we have a movie. Oh, we have a script. Oh, now we have a new person attached to it. Oh, now the script is changing a little bit. It's like it's nothing. They just keep talking about it to make people feel like they're doing something.
Yeah,
right. It's like what bothers me so much about it is if they just stop trying so hard, they could make the movie. Barney is not a complicated movie. We could come up with a script in about 2 months, if that. You know what I mean? Or a concept at least. Like it's not that difficult. And the fact that they've been stuck in this for years tells me that they're trying too hard to just make a movie.
And they're not in contact with anyone from before.
That's why you
know
at all.
That's why it's taking so long,
guys. Yeah.
Purple Voice 15. He just gave the direct quote. He says all Robbie said was that it wasn't a horror/thriller, while adding that it's a beautiful, life-affirming, incredible story that's also unexpected and delicious. Again, whatever that means.
By the end, Barney.
Let's eat Barney.
Those dino nuggets.
Yo, that's sick.
He was food the whole time.
Oh God.
Oh man.
Boy.
Someone said something about my mindfulness meditation. Video. What is that about? Okay.
Oh, we were talking about the video you posted.
Oh, okay.
Earlier this week.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you appreciated it. Hope it was useful for you. Sorry, I saw that and I was like, where'd that come from?
What does that mean?
Yeah. Thank you for watching it.
You know what's also fascinating to me? Imagine the perspective of like the people that got to sign on to this thing. Like, what do they know? I'm sure they're like confused of like what's going on as well. Oh God, no.
So
honestly, I would not be surprised if they try to get like a celebrity.
Yeah, because it's definitely going to be a CGI costume. I guarantee.
You don't think they'll pull out
like CGI in the real world?
I feel like they're going to CGI him. I don't know why. I just feel like they will, just so they can give him more emotion and all that kind of stuff.
They take the world model and just put it in the movie.
No.
If they get no one from the original staff, they 100% will CGI him in some way, and that is very concerning.
Definitely, for sure.
Yeah. It would not surprise me though, because we've seen recently when Mattel does their own like press stuff, like when they release their own stuff with their own like original artwork, Barney always looks different.
Yeah,
like on one image he has like 4 toes instead of 3.
Yeah, it's almost like they just keep playing with his design. Just like every time they have to put him on something, they just alter the design a little bit to see. Like
it's like they put out a poster recently of all of their key brands, and World Barney was there, and then they'll turn around recently at Comic-Con they had their own like lanyards and stuff like that, and the illustration they had was the Funko model, and I'm like, dude, pick one. We know what he looks like. You don't have to play with his image all that often. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This is what addressing Isaiah's comment real fast. They said they wanted to do something similar to the movie Adaptation. I like that movie. That could be promising. I've never seen Adaptation. The only problem I have with I'm not comments like yours. The only problem I have with everything that they're saying, where they constantly go, it's going to be an A24 type film. It's going to be like Christopher Robin. It's going to be like, it's like, stop trying to make it like everything else and just make an original creative movie. I'm getting tired of every time they say something, it's always like, it's going to be like this. It's like, but then what's the point of making it? You don't need a movie if you're just going to make it like everything else.
Right.
I could watch those movies.
Saying it's going to be like this thing is only further proof that you have nothing right now. Because it's not going to be like this or like this.
If you already have
something and you know what it is. It's like, it's going to be like, it's going to be a heartfelt one. It's like you would otherwise just say, oh, it's a heartfelt film.
Yeah.
You don't have anything. Throw everything around. Think of it.
Yeah. Since it's A24, they don't really play around with like CG to my knowledge, because they're more like art house films.
But
so I would assume
it's not A24, is it? I thought they said it's going to be like an A24 film.
It was originally. They were like, we're comparing it to an A24 film, and then when they got Ayo to write the screen, when they announced her as the main screenwriter or whatever, they also announced that A24 was involved.
Well, at least that's a good choice. Like, instead of going, it's going to be like an A24 film. Just go to A24 then.
Yeah, just get the people.
The film. Okay. I don't know.
Somebody said they hope they don't use AI.
They probably will. Well, they already have.
I mean, it's not like it's not like it's foreign to them.
Yeah. Zendaya as Baby Bat is crazy.
That would more than likely happen. And I feel like, I don't know, it's just a very confusing thing. And like you said, they just keep talking about it, and like, dude, shoot the movie. You just wrapped production for Masters of the Universe. That comes out next year. They're already talking about a Barbie 2, but the actors aren't returning, nor is the director. So you're just trying to like shield these things out so you can make money.
And it's just not going to be successful.
That Bob the Builder movie where he's apparently Hispanic, that's in development. Like,
what?
And
you didn't know that?
His name is Roberto.
Roberto.
It's going to be executive produced by Jennifer Lopez.
That's Handy Mandy.
It's Handy Mandy, exactly. It's like, why are you doing that? It literally exists.
They're sick.
God.
It's like they have an identity crisis. They don't know what to do with themselves. And
I think it's more or less they don't know what to do with Barney. It's just a bunch of like faceless corporate executives just kind of like,
they just trying to make
us
money
like
off
this character.
That's it.
Exactly. It's just like with the show. Unfortunately, it's just like, okay, we don't want to like make something that's so creative or so unique that it can legitimately like compete
change the world
against,
go crazy how it did.
Compete. Yeah, in order to compete with some of all these other shows. I can't talk today. there's more focus on how do we get this child to like these characters so they can buy our products. That's all it is. And with this movie, it's how do we get these adults who originally grew up with this franchise to come watch our movie so we can make billions from the box office, or potentially millions, and then also get all these corporations to kind of like try to sponsor this movie. Like I just saw Fantastic Four. While that is a technically a period piece film set in the 60s, you do see a lot of like, oh, Little Caesars, or just basically like brands that wouldn't exist in that time, but since they need to make money, they're there anyway in the movie.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's what are they doing at this point?
Here's another question. I apologize if you hear rain outside. It just hit. Anyway, when do you guys? What year are you predicting that we're going to see anything for this movie? Whether it be not even like casting. When do you think is the first year that we're going to see like a shot, like a set?
Like if we're assuming that they're
like a leak,
make it
right.
28.
2030.
I was gonna say 2027.
I'm gonna say very late next year.
That's fair.
You're optimistic.
That's
good.
Well, like if they finally get people who are like interested in it, other than Daniel and Ayo and Mattel, but we know why they're interested in making it. I feel like they might push for like a 2027 release.
See, I was thinking very late next year in 2023. And look where we're at now.
No.
Well,
yeah,
I think
if it was,
I think if you think about how it would coincide with the whatever, and is it like some anniversary in like a year or two from now? 2027, right?
Mm-hmm.
It makes like what, 40 years or whatever it is. What is it?
Let's see, 92.
No, 2028 would make, if we're thinking of from Backyard Gang, that would make it what?
Oh,
like 40, right?
That would make 40 years.
years.
That's
I could see
insane.
them
40 years.
Yeah,
dude.
I could see them trying to capitalize on that. So maybe around that time. But
Barney
I don't know.
40th anniversary, and it's just hit entertainment. Just like,
yeah.
I feel like they'll be more in tune to do like a anniversary special, like a 1 hour kind of like documentary type thing where they bring back some of the cast and crew, and obviously like Selena Gomez and Demi Lovato to talk about it.
You think
Dean
Mattel will
Wint,
do that?
Carrie Stinson, and the
I
cast.
highly doubt it. I'm just like, I'm thinking that, like, that's what I'm saying. Like they'll probably like bring all the generational people together from Backyard Gang, Barney and Friends, Barney's World. If they ever get this movie filmed, maybe people from that, like, just to kind of talk about their stuff. But again, these are just predictions. We don't know because they don't know.
I mean, like, and I hope we at least get like, cute little cameos of old cast members in this movie. Because even like if you think like with the 2017 Power Rangers, they had OG Power Rangers make like little like coffee shop cameo. Like, hope they do stuff like something like have Lucy and Tina walking through the store or something, like, or like I don't know, like something.
I think that's the only reason why I think that's a long shot is because they're not even going back to the actual creatives.
They're not, yeah.
And using them. So to think that they would get, and I'm trying to choose better words as I'm on this podcast because of previous things, but to think that they would go back to kids who don't really matter, if you think about it, it's more far-fetched because like the kids matter to us, but they were so ever-changing that to a place like Mattel, who owns the show, they don't care about any of those kid actors. And if they did, if they cared about them, then they would at least care about the writers or the creators who were there before and tap into them as well. And the fact that they're not even doing that, I would never see the only kids I would see them maybe ever trying to connect. Selena is those two, exactly.
Yep. Because they're
that's crazy.
The the only thing they've done to like honor the past so far has been those little Easter eggs in Barney's world.
In Barney's world, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. But those are only there so that adults are reminded about what came before. You know what I mean? If it was their way, I don't think we would have Booker T returning for a special or various images from like the original show's branding, like the purple TV or stuff like that. But I don't know. Maybe they're doing their research. I highly doubt it. But again, for this thing specifically, stop telling us how great you stop telling us how great you think the movie's going to be and just make it.
Just make the movie.
Like you're making movies already. Just get it off the ground.
Yeah.
She even said another
It's just
thing.
like I think of that what is that meme of that whatever cartoon it is with the stick, and it's like, why isn't it like move, do something?
Yeah.
You guys ever seen that? That's what it feels like.
Speaking on that, another article came before this one with Ayo, and she also revealed she had the idea for the screenplay while on a trip to Asia.
Okay, so they're going to China
again.
It's
bring
time.
back all of
In
them.
quotation mark.
Oh God,
it's time.
Be in there with the accents again.
So in that article, she basically said that she was like exhausted from all the other projects she was doing, and basically asked herself what is something that she would want to do that she would get some enjoyment out of, and then she was reminded of that. Contacted Daniel Kaluuya and went, "All right, you're hired." And it's kind of like, what?
Because he didn't have
They didn't have anybody.
anyone.
Well,
If we had his number, we would have been the ones attached to it by this point. Because he's just waiting for somebody to go give me an idea.
They did have one screenwriter attached. I think he made a treatment, but I don't think it went anywhere. He was the head writer for Dave, like the Little Dicky show.
Yeah. I remember.
And,
I remember when they announced that.
Something else. Yeah. But
Isaiah says, "What does Cheryl think about this?" Hey, Cheryl doesn't talk about Barney, so
I don't think she's getting anything out of this.
I don't think she cares.
Not even
to be honest. I mean, at this point,
I think she does.
I don't think she does. And the only reason I say that is because, well, one, she left the series in '97. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And hasn't actually been connected to it in any way outside of people's assumption or someone saying something in a podcast, that it's been so far removed that I don't think, as far as what Mattel is doing with it, I don't think she cares too much. I don't think she pays attention to it unless someone tells her about it.
I think she cares more, A, the memories that were made, B, the character itself. Because I mean, that was her brainchild, so of course she's gonna, care about it in that sense. But yeah, I think in terms of like how the brand is being managed, I don't think she cares.
Yeah,
we have direct testimony when an image was leaked from World and was shown to her. It was an image of Baby Bop and Billy. She directly said verbatim, "What did they do to them?"
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. So sad.
Yes, she did.
That is so sad. Oh my
god.
It's sad, but it's kind of funny.
It's bad because they weren't too far off from what their original designs were.
They weren't.
Barney is far more different. And so for her to ask what did they do to them, even though they are still largely the same looking kind of characters, that tells you everything you need to know. I'm almost sure she's never watched any of the new stuff. I'm
sure she probably like piqued interest and then was like, never mind.
I don't think so. From what I know of her, she's very much a hermit, if you will. Like she's
very private.
She's secluded. Yeah, she's very private. I don't even think she pays attention to half the things unless someone like Andrew tells her about something going on. I don't even think she pays attention to it. And she's been like that for decades now. That I think she just kind of enjoys her own bubble.
And Yeah, that's
And why should
understandable
she?
because
Why should she care? To be
Yeah,
honest,
yeah.
if she's not getting a check, why should she care?
I mean, like
But also,
I
that's her kids.
understand,
So
like she was there at the peak of the brand's success,
She
and at the
was
same
a great
time,
success.
like she was everywhere, basically following this character just to make sure everything was running smooth. I'm sure that was a little like too much to get all this paparazzi and all these journalists in your face. Like, what's next for your character? What's next for the show? How
Yeah.
much money do you're going to make? Oh, yada 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 yada. So,
But see, I don't know if she dealt with that a lot because she was in Texas. You know what I'm saying? Like anytime we saw her, it was because she chose to or had to go there to promote something and answer questions. But like, unlike if they were producing this in Hollywood or something where you literally have paparazzi everywhere, they were kind of lucky because being in Texas, no one was going there. You know what I mean?
well, yeah, like nobody knew where they were filming it, but nobody in Texas knew where they were filming it, but at the same time, they knew it was a Texas production.
Right.
And Texas, well, Dallas specifically, that is the radio capital of the United States. So you already have journalists and radio personalities just wanting to get an interview anyway. So they're just going to try to, impede you and not really respect your privacy. Also, this is during an era where everybody's information, address and phone number included, was just available.
Readily available. Yeah.
Right. So I'm sure like she did not get any privacy day
You
or
just had
night.
to buy a phone book.
Right,
well, no,
yeah.
you actually could unlist it because remember Bob Singleton, because of all of the threats he was getting, he said it got to a point that he unlisted his name from it. So they could. There's a couple people asking. Someone Barney Desk says, "I thought Cheryl loved to talk about Barney. Isn't that a direct quote from I Love You, You Hate Me?" I don't remember, but that documentary is weird too because they directly said she didn't want to do the documentary, so she didn't talk to them about it. And then I don't know. Go ahead.
What do I remember from Tommy, the director? They did meet. They had like a 4 or 5 hour lunch.
Yeah,
which is way too long, in my opinion. But I'm sure they talked about a lot of stuff. And from what he said, she was like debating on whether or not she wanted to talk about it or like make an appearance, and then ultimately decided, He also did say that she did in fact watch it and was like, "Good job." I'm sure she didn't like the whole family secrets kind of just getting out there. Well, not secrets, but like the family turmoil kind of just.
And if she said good job, I'm sure she was just being more cordial than anything.
Yeah.
Right.
Carol has never seemed like the type that would be anything but positive. So Isaiah asks, hold on, what is happening with this? Is that doc about the early years she's working on still in the works?
Guys, we really got to stop talking about that.
We don't know anything about it. It got put into the Pop Insider that Andrew and I did, and I can tell you for a fact we didn't tell him about that. So I'm not sure where the information came from, and we don't know anything more than what that sentence in that thing said. So I know that someone else asked the exact same thing. I know we saw some leaked video footage on YouTube like last year or something of somebody looking at some backyard gang stuff, but we have no idea what's happening with that. If it's a real thing, if it's a thing that's actively moving with progress, or what is going on with it. Another reason she may want to stay out of the limelight was how the recent doc really did air. Yeah, she's always been out of the limelight though, so I think even before the stuff with her son that we don't need to get into, she was not in the limelight. You know what I mean? She came back into the limelight when that happened because he happened to be her son. But the years leading up to that, she had already stepped out of the light. And then after that, she continued to stay out. So it's not like she's ever popped in like, hey, I'm here, and then left again. Once she left Barney, she has consistently stayed in her own bubble. And which I just think that's what she enjoys.
And what I was mentioning earlier, when I was in regards to like the limelight and having like mics and cameras shoved into her face, it was more or less from like what we saw from the documentary, and mostly of like the more like creative heavy productions that she had to like kind of make sure everything was going smooth. Like,
Mhm.
Radio City. She was there for the 2 weeks of that. When they went and shot the movie in Canada, she was there for the entire production.
Yeah.
So like stuff like that. Yeah, she would definitely go out for things like that. And I'm sure like maybe a couple sing-alongs, or she saw one of the tours to make sure everything's running smoothly and whatnot. But yeah, I do not see them consulting her with this movie at all. Because it's more they're clearly trying to do their own thing, but also try to not piss any of us off.
Yeah.
And by us, I mean us fans and millennials and whatnot. But again, we don't know. It's just yet to be seen.
All right, what's next on our list, Hedge? Do we have anything else on our agenda?
You're muted.
Have I been muted this entire time? Are you kidding me? All right. Let me see here. Let me put on my glasses. Are my glasses even here? Maybe not.
Go to my thinking room
On
for a while.
Agenda. We have.
I had another topic that was another Mattel hit piece, but
Okay, go for it.
okay. So of course, when this relaunch was announced, social media they made it clear that was going to be a very big deal. And since its inception of the official Barney the Dinosaur Instagram and TikTok and Facebook accounts, very strange activity has been, I guess, immense. So it's just been a mixture and a cluster of things. Hedge, I know you made a video about it and you took it down like 2 days later, right?
Huh?
Mm-hmm. Asked a good questions asking about it too.
I missed the video for real?
Yeah,
you probably did.
What?
It was literally like a post, like an hour or two later. Delete. Like, Hedge, no.
I definitely
what was
missed
it about
it.
now?
It was about how confusing everything seems when it comes to like the publicity of the brand right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But to that
More
point,
or less.
so the social media.
Well, why don't you explain it? What are you talking about? More or less.
Yeah.
It was basically. It's been so long. I took it down because it was very negative, and I was in like a headspace where I didn't. It was kind of wearing on my soul a little bit. I was in a very like bad place, and then having that be the first video that came out in a long while did not feel good. But it was basically just talking about the sort of brand confusion that Barney seems to be going through a lot of the time on the social media.
I did.
Barney's World Classic, and then just them tug of warring Barney all over the place. It was very just confusing and strange.
I remember that. It was like a "What are we doing here?" video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I thought it was something recent. I thought I missed something recently. So.
Oh no.
So what I've been witnessing recently, not only are they using the hit era stuff to make these very unfunny like gifs and videos and whatnot, they're also, like you said, they're tug of warring between iterations. Like at this point, they are very scared to promote the new show because they're afraid of getting bullied in the comments.
Oh,
clearly,
yeah, sure. This isn't.
Yeah, that type of stuff. Like they had the whole push when the show came out, and then it's just been silent since. Like they don't announce when new episodes are coming. They barely announced the special, and and then like the stuff with the skits. I don't know what's going on. I'm sure that they have some new stuff planned to film and whatnot. But when I see people like Hip Hop Harry, or even like Sesame Street, or even the Muppets, for example, that with that fortitude, they're always doing something that coincides with the brand they're trying to promote, but also they're actively doing stuff. So you'll see like Elmo in a commercial for like running shoes, or hip hop Harry doing
like a TikTok star or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and for some reason they just don't want to do it with, like, why not? Like, it's a popular character. People know who that is. Even a kid from Timbuktu or a kid from the middle of nowhere knows who Barney is.
Yeah.
So why not just like get on the latest dance trend, or get on like your next advertisement with the next brand you want to collaborate with, and make some good quality content with that.
Yeah,
Don't just wait until, you know what I mean?
All the stuff in the Mattel office and the vacation stuff and the being in Walmart with a bunch of random ass people and extras is kind of like, what the F is y'all point? Definitely, like there's all these Gen Zers and millennials and all these people, they're doing the hottest new TikTok dance. Like you were saying, like get on that, like get with the next TikTok creator, like because I'm sure like a lot of them were Barney watchers, so like get with them, like see what you can make happen. Or like
there's been so many times where they'll do something or they won't do something, and I'll look at them, I'll be like, you could just like get in touch with me, get in touch with Caleb, get in touch, like we can post something, we can make something to get Barney out
any
there
of the
more.
People who any of the people who help announce what you're doing, me included, like, I don't know. Also, have you guys seen any of the posts they're like being tagged in?
No.
Okay. So they're mostly fan edits, or like Bolton will like me and Bolton will like make an announcement of like what they have planned, whatever. But recently it's been more of random people tagging them for absolutely no reason. Like the other day I saw a dude, he took a selfie with his dad and he tagged Barney in it. I mean, that makes no sense. Or like somebody will make a post that they saw like a dinosaur, or they're talking about dinosaurs through like a group chat, and they tag Barney. And it's like, what are we doing?
It's hilarious knowing that there's an entire tab on Instagram showing you everything that you're tagged in. It's public. That's the reason. It's so stupid. If you go to Barney's tags,
this is one of the worst. The caption just says, "Last night was a vibe," and then it's just pictures of this dude at a concert.
Like, can't you make that private or something? Like, what are you? Can't you disable like people being able to do that and tag you and stuff? I think you can.
Like,
you can do that, and you can also select who gets to tag you, or like you can like
you have
review
to accept it, because like when Kaylin made the official post for the pod, you had to go and accept the tag to do it, and that's what they're.
Well, that was more like a collaboration thing. I'm talking about.
Oh,
like, somebody tries to tag you in something, but you have to review it in order to approve it, or it's kind of like
for it to show up on your thing.
No. Yeah,
that's valid.
Either they don't know that, or they don't care enough to.
They don't care
to do anything about it.
This guy's getting down. And it's your favorite song, Hedge. And it's your favorite voice actor, Kaylin.
He got the purple shirt on.
He's like getting down with it.
Is that the hit, Mr. Knickerbocker?
Yes. Where I don't know what they do.
Yeah, people just be doing anything because like this has nothing to do.
That's what I was talking about earlier. Like, hey, I don't care.
Hold on. This is good. You guys saw the Coldplay thing that happened?
Mm-hmm.
Look,
I should have.
Concerts be like.
Yo, I did see that. That's funny.
That is something that Barney officials should have posted.
They should have done it.
But because they don't want to post anything with Riff, they missed the whole opportunity. Now there's some random fan who's done that.
I'm sure they looked at it and said, "Oh, we should have done that." Like,
instead, we're getting 144p quality hit entertainment footage with a really cornball caption. Oh, I can't when my food is ready. It'll be Barney going, "Oh boy."
Purple Voice 15 posted that. Shout out to Purple. He was in here at one point. Shout out to him. Oh yeah, there he is. I hope it's him. I don't know. But anyway,
it is.
That's Perfect. And you're absolutely right. This is the kind of things that they should be doing. This is where you bring in people like us or younger, Purple Voice 15 or whoever, and work with them to be able to make quality stuff. Because that's what I love about the Teletubbies. And I was never a Teletubbies fan, but their Instagram is so perfect because they know that their entire fan base are adults now, and they don't take themselves seriously, but they still respect what their brand is and still make things that they know that the adults who used to watch the show that follow them wants to see. And it's like a brand like Barney is so huge. It's like you're just consistently fumbling it every day because you just choose to.
See, and the thing about Teletubbies too, hold on, let me show y'all. Just so y'all see. Boom. Okay. The thing about Teletubbies, they have multiple Instagram accounts for each different like country that they're in. So there's Korea, there's a Japanese one, there's probably another one, but like they have multiple accounts. And if you're not following any of them, if you like one Teletubbies post, the other accounts will just start showing up on your feed, and they all post different stuff. So it's literally like so much variety for this one brand. And like you said, they every single one of them understands what the brand is about, what people like, what people remember, and stuff like that. And they're making memes and stuff. And that's all that Barney needs to do, and they don't do it. It feels like they're like they have an ankle bracelet around their, not an ankle bracelet, like a chain around their ankle, and they just can't. They got an ankle bracelet on. They're on
like a device in their neck that shocks them if they have an original idea. I wonder if we
All right, I think we should move on because I want to do the commentary thing before we have to jump up. I don't want to be on here for like 3 hours.
Oh,
why not?
Why not?
I just don't want to. Anyway, what's next?
Nothing.
Wow.
All right. Well,
So
I guess
let me
the
find the
next
article.
part is to just play the end music.
No.
All
Okay.
right, guys, it's been nice.
Just start closing it out.
So our article came out recently. That is somewhat connected here.
Okay.
So the headline reads: Adults who keep childhood toys and stuffed animals are more emotionally resilient, study says. A study conducted by researchers at the University of London's Department of Psychology found that adults who retain sentimental objects from their childhood, especially stuffed animals or toys, demonstrate higher levels of emotional resilience and psychological stability. So here's some key points here. These items, who is moving their camera?
Who's moving their camera?
It sounded like somebody was moving their camera. That also sounded like they were moving their mic.
I was typing.
Oh,
Okay, I heard it too.
Anyway, so here's some key points. These items act as transitional objects, originally offering comfort during early developmental stages. In adulthood, their continued presence is linked to improved emotional regulation, reduced anxiety, and stronger coping mechanisms during stress. Researchers believe that retaining such objects reflects a well-integrated emotional memory system, helping individuals process both past and present emotions more effectively.
The only problem I have with that article is while it's rooted in truth, it's also leaving out a lot of context. Because yes, I think if you have those things around you, stronger emotional memory and identity integration, like you were saying, the sentimental attachments and those kind of things, healthy coping and emotional anchoring, all those things are important. But the context matters, because if it goes in, some people have a connection with the things from their childhood and it's too much. Like if it starts to go into like hoarding, for example, that's not a healthy thing. You know what I mean? And so that context would change things, because if you're a hoarder and you have all these things from your childhood, that's not emotionally healthy. Also, there's some people who have those things and they're avoidance. If you guys ever heard of that word, like people in relationships or things where they avoid people, they avoid the present and they just idolize the past, that's also not healthy. So that article is rooted in truth, but they leave a lot of context out because it paints a picture that, oh, if you just have, toys and things from your childhood, you're emotionally stable. But
and that's not even true.
Not trying to paint the picture that, that there's, I'm not trying to paint a negative picture. All I'm saying is the context of the things that you own changes what your stability and like mental stability is depending on what situation you're in. But I think they also should have included in that article because it's true partly, but then it leaves a lot out. It's a lot of gray area that should have been included if you're going to research something like that and then write something about it,
See, I think a lot of people confuse positive endorphins with dopamine. Because I feel like when like I recently, well, not recently, a couple years ago, I found some of my childhood toys. Not just Barney, but like, I was really big into Bakugan and like, other stuff like that. And it does transport your mind back to that time where you are essentially the most happy, which is really unfortunate in some cases, but you do remember the good times of when you just had no care in the world. You didn't have any bills to pay. You didn't work a 9 to 5. You didn't, have all these distracting things that do unfortunately sort of put us in this emotional bubble. Whereas, yeah, when you kind of pick that up, it's like, oh, I remember how much this made me happy. What if I buy more of this? Or like, what if I find that specific thing that either got lost when we were moving out or accidentally got thrown away or given to Goodwill? What if I find that again on like eBay or Etsy or one of those other e-commerce sites that'll help me sort of develop more of a happy feeling? And like you said, the more you collect from stuff like that, the more it turns into hoarding, and it turns into more of somewhat of a obsession to the point where you're kind of isolating yourself from your other interests as an adult. Like maybe you like to, I don't know, maybe you're like into pottery or something, I don't know. And you decided to like put that off to the wayside. You've created this craft and you've gotten good at it, but you're putting that off just to try to reconnect with your childhood. And that's fine. That's great. But then when does that turn into, like I said, more of an obsession?
Unhealthy. Yeah. Anthony said it right, that it's just about balance. Basically, you have to know how to appreciate things, and it's not, and that's not even we're not going to go down that rabbit hole, but like that's not even just a specific, like when we're talking about things from our childhood. There's people out there in the world that just collect things that eventually it gets out of hand. So it's like it's a baseline like across the board of having to know when you have too much stuff. You know what I mean?
I kind of got that way with Barney. When I got back into Barney, I found all my old stuff. Well, some of my old stuff. I didn't have that much. And then I realized, well, I'm an adult now. I have a job. I have money. I can just buy this stuff now. And over the past few years, anyone that's been following my channel knows the unboxings I would do, where I'm unboxing like 100 VHS tapes, DVDs that people just sent me. Like I didn't buy them. People just sent them to me. And I don't have them anymore. I did away with them because I realized I'm not watching any of this stuff. I have them because I love Barney, sure, but like I'm literally not doing anything with 70 copies of Celebrating Around the World. I will never pop it in. I don't care. Someone else will take it. And it got to the point where like I couldn't even put anything in my closet anymore because it was all just that. And it was stuff that will never be used. And it is a balance thing that you don't really realize in the moment. But over time,
until it
you look
consumes
at
your
it
life,
more.
really.
Yeah.
Like even nowadays, like if I feel like popping in like a Barney home video or whatnot, I know I still have a VHS player, but all my tapes are gone. Like, yeah, I would love to have those because again, it transports me back to that era and back to when again you were happy the most. But also we live in an era where those tapes are digitally transferred for YouTube and for other streaming platforms to where I don't have to have those things. Is it different? Yes, because I'm looking at it at a flat screen rather than a boxy, one of those VHS, DVD types. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Anthony said, it's just you have to have a healthy balance. Otherwise, you're gonna try to lose yourself. Like for me recently, my last girlfriend, she knows that I have this other life sort of, but she also understood that I don't let that interfere with my personal life or my other interests. Like I don't go around like going like, hey, I like this thing, but also how can I compare it to Barney? I don't do that. Like that's just.
This is your current girlfriend, you say?
No, my last one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That brings me to this Jalen guy. I don't want to talk about it too much, but he says we're talking about like having all these items. He goes, I guess it's fine, but I also hide a lot of these things in my house when friends, or if there will ever be a girl, come into my room.
Are they really your friends?
That's what I'm.
Yeah.
So he had a girlfriend, I guess, that broke up with him because she hated Barney, and that's why I accidentally highlighted his comment at first.
Get out.
And then I responded to him that she wasn't good enough because it's true. It's like
she wasn't.
There's everybody. I don't know what the thing with Barney is, but everybody loves something from their childhood, or just they have a guilty whatever it is.
1,000%.
Yeah, so it's like if people aren't willing to accept you for who you are and what you like and what you enjoy, as long as it's not something like Kaylin was just saying, where you're not consumed by it every single day. You know what I mean? And it's like that's what I was just saying about the context with that article. As long as you're not someone who is away from reality because you're so stuck in this past thing, for people to come around you, friends, girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever it is, parents, if they can't appreciate you and the thing and the respect the things that you like, then they shouldn't be in your space, to be honest, because it's just going to be more detrimental to you because you're going to consistently feel like you can't be who you are, and you're going to then turn into someone trying to please other people while also trying to keep hold of who you are. So if you have people like that,
I also feel like
you need to be there.
Yeah, I also feel like we're at fault of that sometimes too.
Riff?
So like, well, I guess we're also on the subject of relationships here. A few years ago, I dated this girl who works for Disney World. Her major in college was marketing, and so her idea was, let me just get this job here and try to work my way up to the corporate level so I can do what I study for and basically work for what I love most, and it's Disney. However, while she did not consume that part into like my life, that is at times something she talked about all the time, to the point where I was like, look, I get it, you have your thing, I have my things that I'm interested in, but the way that you're just kind of like speaking on almost 24/7, that you eat, sleep, and breathe Disney, it's just kind of like, all right, dude, enough. Like I get it. Like, and again, like this all goes back to what the article said. It's like, hey, it transports you back to when you're originally happy, but at the same time, you have to find a certain balance in things. And I get there's always Disney adults, Star Wars fans, stuff like that. But those are somewhat different genres as well. So you can understand why some people are obsessively talking about Star Wars, because it's a film franchise that explores the extraordinary. The explores the way beyond and whatnot. Whereas something like Disney, it's just, it could be something from cartoons or anything, and it's like, dude, I get it. I like animation too, but I'm not letting that consume my life, and I'm not speaking on it 24/7.
But I guess like even like Karan said, avoidance is a big thing too with certain people, and there's a root to every issue, and I know some people do certain things because there is a root, because there is like a bigger picture, and hey, like this is why I'm doing this. I guess it can be the same way. I guess it could be the same way like with Star Wars, because like again, while Star Wars is a main film franchise, I feel like it should be concerning when if you're going to work walking with a lightsaber on your back, and you can only eat foods from Star Wars, and you can only talk like Star Wars. Like I say, hey, how's your day going? And you say, well, am I your father, or something like that? Like, like just some crazy work type stuff. So I guess it's kind of like everybody needs to figure out, not everybody, but those who are, or who why are you, should I say, obsessed?
Yeah.
Is that a good word?
Just don't lose yourself.
Yeah,
don't lose yourself. Don't become the one thing that you love. Like,
yeah,
right,
exactly.
at my job, you think after I've sold a ring or whatever, I'm like, okay, hope you like your purchase. Have a super duper day. Absolutely not. You're gonna be like, what the what huh?
Facts.
What does that mean?
I've fortunately never had anyone rag on or be confused or strange about my love for Barney, just because my whole life isn't Barney. Like my thing is, I'll go to work, I don't have it on me, but I have like a Barney bag that has a little Barney in it, and I put it in my locker. That's it. Or it sits on my desk, and that's it. Like people know that I love Barney. And so when it gets brought up, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I remember Barney, this, that, and the third. But like they're not like, ugh, Barney, because I don't talk about it unless it's prompted. And like even my friends, they know I love Barney. They know I love Power Rangers. They know I love all this stuff, and they love similar things, just not those things. So we still have that sort of understanding of like, this is who we are, and we just sort of roll with it. There's never.
But your backpack has a purpose, though. Like you're using that for something, but also it represents the thing that you like.
Exactly.
Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get so many comments from this backpack. Like anytime anyone mentions it, it's always just because of like, oh, that backpack's sick. Or I can hear like a kid or a parent, like, or not even a parent. Sometimes it's adults like, is that Barney? Like I can hear them whispering about it. Like no, people don't care that much these days, I think, more than they used to. And yeah, I mean, I used to hide that I was a Barney. I didn't hide I was a Barney fan. I just, like you guys, I just didn't talk about it. Like in high school, there was no reason for me to mention it. Even on the weekends, I was doing like birthday parties and things. But in school, there was no reason for me to just go up and be like, hey, and you know what? I dance as Barney on the weekend.
Yeah.
Like, do we know who you are?
It doesn't matter. So like, but now, every people in the show know, like parents of the show, so much so that I was gifted these rain boots from 1993, still in perfect condition, from a parent on the show whose kids, all three of her boys wore them. And she I don't know where she got them from, but once they all grew out of them, she was like, I have these rain boots. Do you want them before I just sell them? Because they just know that I collect the stuff now. So like, most people are cool about it. And if they're not, then screw them. That's what I say. How about we move on?
I think I said before, one of my old assistant managers called me into her office, and I thought I was in trouble. And she was like, I got something for you, and handed it to me, and it was a DVD copy of Barney's Great Adventure. I was like, what is this? She was like, wow, I know you got a YouTube channel. I'm like,
who told you about that?
What? It's so scary when people say it to me at work, just unprompted. Like some people that I don't even like talk to. That happened like a few days ago too. Hey, I didn't know you had a YouTube channel. I'm like, I didn't know you knew I had a YouTube. What are you talking about? Like, what did you see?
Hey, that's funny. I argued with one of the kids on the show the other day because she was like, and I've seen your YouTube channel. And I was like, I don't have a YouTube channel. She's like, yes, you do. You talk about like Barney and stuff. I was like, I don't have a Barney YouTube channel. But she clearly has found it because I didn't tell her about it. So she clearly found it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What are you talking about? That's not me.
You're literally lying.
It's my evil twin, LaRon.
Bruh.
LaRon Starch.
It's so funny. Yeah. She's clearly found it. I don't know how, but she has, which is hilarious.
But also, like, you don't, on the other side of that, on the other side of the coin of that, you don't want to be the aggressor in that situation as well. Like when the documentary was about to come out, I was working for a radio station, and the day before it dropped, again, this is an AM station. Nobody's really listening, but I was asked to talk about it, but at the same time, I'm getting these looks like, oh, what is this grown man doing talking about Barney? And I'm like, this is something that it's a production basically using Barney as a linchpin to talk about this very adult thing. And you guys are looking at it as if I'm talking about a children's show.
Sorry, Kayla.
You farted?
Someone starts chainsawing your wall in.
Hey man, are you talking about Barney?
And the only reaction is
sound like a mean ass fart at first.
It did. Oh man. Oh.
All right, what's next, guys?
none of your
Yeah,
beeswax.
Well,
Let's run through some.
let's start closing these out.
Wait, I'm not done.
Okay.
For just 20 cents of it. Oh.
He's touched millions of children.
Wow, I sure did.
Okay.
Yo,
We have anything on our list
Oh,
before we
man.
move on to something fun?
we need to get Dean on here and to just do that laugh like
um,
over and over again.
There's some things I do want to run by. The new sing along Barney plush, sing along Barney's World plush is out. It looks ugly. He looks like a
What is it?
hippo.
What does it sing?
Just the normal stuff. I love you. I love me too. Probably the theme song. Everyone is special. It talks to. I don't know why. They need to make another iteration of the I love you plush. Like there's always been like one of those.
Yeah. Why the F? Why the freak is that? Is that like that new dance plush like $90?
Because
Bruh, like why?
because of probably because of the mechanics of it.
No,
Because it
no.
dances and it lights up. Like when he does the heart hands, it does light up. I think it's
Who's
I
dropping
love you.
$100 in a
No,
Walmart?
there's no
For Barney.
when I saw online that thing was $89.99, I was like, you can't be like that. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Why would I
For
think-
one. For
For
one.
One,
Nobody's gonna buy
Walk out
it,
with one.
dude.
bro.
There's not enough Klarna or Afterpay in the world to pay for.
Not enough. Not
In
That's
this
enough,
more than
economy.
Mario Kart World. That's more than Donkey Kong Bonanza. That'll last you
bruh.
a
Bruh,
week, 2 weeks.
it's
longer,
more than these
technically.
Switch games. Like, what the freak?
You come home. Oh, thank goodness I have him now. $90.
All for it to
Sing a
just.
song.
All for it to sit
I
there and do
love
this.
you.
Right.
I love me too. Like, oh
Nah,
man.
it ain't worth
The
it.
benefit with this sing along plush though, they actually made a commercial for it, which I'm like, finally. Like, it took you this long to make a real deal like production for it.
I was wondering what that was. The new Barney Ice Pop.
It's a freaking musical Castle One. My son is like smacking me in the head with it.
Man, bring him on screen. Let's roast him.
Come here.
Yo, Junior, come here, little man.
If you don't get your
Say hey.
man, what's up?
What's up, dude?
You want to tell him your name? What is it? Ryder.
Ryder.
What a Y?
Does it have a Y in
Yeah,
it?
come on, he's black.
I was gonna say it has to be.
They don't spell nothing right. Not when it comes to your name.
RBI.
Go ahead. Spell your name for them, and then you can leave.
RHYDER.
That's what I'm talking about, dude.
Good job,
Nice.
dude.
All right, go ahead. Go play. Go, he's playing Smash Bros. He doing his thing. He playing.
Ultimate?
Look, they clapping for you.
We all are.
We are.
Oh man.
Go ahead. Go play your game.
All right, what else we
Anyway.
got, man?
So that is in Walmart now. So go buy it if you want. I don't care. I don't know.
But wait, wait, I'm curious. When does the $90 dance toy, like, is that out?
Who knows? Who cares? Some poor grandpa or dad or somebody's gonna buy that and be like, man, that just took up like
with the stuttering and
$90
everything.
worth of
That's
groceries.
verbatim on the back of the packaging for the toy.
Someone's selling it on eBay right now. Like, somebody has it.
Somebody had, yeah, for probably boatloads more than the original retail price. It's insane. Also, whatever happened to those snacks? Are we just not going to get those?
Yeah, bro. I wanted a cereal sitting in my room or a fruit snack or something.
They took the color out.
I don't want anything else until they come up with some new models like to put on them. I'm sick of this.
I'm sick of this.
Yeah, like I'm sick of it. Leave them alone.
They barely use this. Like when he's hugging himself.
That's exactly. You remember? You ever do as a kid, like we used to make it seem like somebody was like,
"Okay, you're making out."
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Barney on a lotion bottle.
His arms are too long. It's like it just. What are we doing?
I do have a feeling that Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Basically had a hand in removing those because they're artificially. They're artificially colorized, and they've banned that. So, you know,
well, they only banned red dye, I think, and they banned it in 2 years. Like they can still use it today. In 2 years, they have to stop using it, which tells you they don't really care about health. Because it's like, yeah, we need to ban this. You got 2 years to get it out of your supply. Like what?
Anybody gonna remember that in 2 years?
Little girl, are you vaccinated? What an idiot thing to do. He said that verbatim. I'm not even joking. That's something he has said multiple times.
Yo, he's over there dying off the spray, bro.
That's great. Man, it feels good to be the comic relief all the time.
Moving on. New costume was revealed on Amazon.
Halloween costumes.
Yeah, it's just a mask and some Barney oven mitts.
Yeah.
Is it just the mitts in the head, or does it come with the stupid sweatsuit? Because I could not figure out.
It don't come with the sweatsuit.
No, it's just the animated head and some like oven mitt looking.
Is that the
animated head?
It's not the world design. It's like what they're using for like the cartoon likeness.
I'll just buy it so I can have some extra oven mitts.
Me and Karan were flabbergasted.
Yeah.
And also they revealed a new inflatable costume.
Yeah.
Which actually looks a little better, in my opinion. Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't. The first one wasn't bad at either. So I just wonder how. I wonder if it fits better because the first one sucked because it's so big.
It's so big. Like I'm sure it was like wobbling around.
Yeah.
I had one, bro. It sucked. It sucked so bad. Such a bad costume.
Yeah. This new one, I think the arms are connected. So I think they're trying to like visualize like what if a fan was in an actual Barney costume, and that's what they came up with instead of them like actually licensing the doll so they can. Who knows? So yeah, be on the lookout for that. Other than that, new Barney's World episodes in September. I don't know if we talked about that.
No.
Hold on, I want to share it. Hold on.
Okay,
that's what I'm talking about.
I'm talking about the Halloween costumes.
Oh,
yeah.
So this is the new inflatable, right?
No, that's the old one.
This is the old one.
Yeah.
Really? Mine doesn't look like that.
It's a caveman.
Okay, well, where are they? Are they on here currently?
I was looking, I couldn't find it either.
All right, well then. Anyway, they're somewhere.
Hold on. Send it back in the group.
Oh, it's fine.
You see how well prepared we are for these.
Moving on.
Also, somebody found a I think it was the Barney Dads. He found a like a pet costume,
Yep.
like for
A
dogs.
dog costume.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that one's uglier. I'm sorry, we're back here now. That one is ugly compared to the old one.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. That one, I like that one a little bit.
You like
Compared
that?
to, I don't know, because I've seen people who have the old one, and it's so weird because the arms aren't connected, so you can see like skin while
The arms aren't.
inflatable.
No, the arms are connected. The hands aren't. But
No,
the
yeah,
hands,
that's what I meant. Yeah,
the hands aren't connected to
the
this one
hands
either.
are connected.
Not on
Why
this
is
one
Look
either.
like they are though.
Why aren't the hands connected?
They're gloves so that you can take it off and be able to, like, I guess, use your hands. But it's the same here. Those are also gloves.
Do they make the arms lower?
They did.
Oh,
Like
that's
Carrie.
nice.
I don't know. I like the old one better. And the
Okay,
purple
yeah,
just looks
you're
better.
right. Yeah, the hands are yeah, they're not connected. Okay.
It's like they went, we had a good design. How do we screw it up? Like, even look,
That's
like,
almost as
even the body on this one is just stupid. I don't know.
It's smaller. It looks
I
smaller.
don't like I don't. When I look at it, I don't have fun.
that's almost as much
I
as
don't have fun.
the $90 what's it called, Barney's World figure. So you
I
can
mean,
pick your poison.
It looks like somebody. I think someone said it. It looks like the late hit era. That one does. The new one.
Yeah.
Which is on par for everything else they do.
Makes sense.
I always hated how they lowered the arms in those later suits. Like, I get it. Carrie's like the tallest of all the actors, so you're going to have to adjust it for him. But it's just so weird, like almost as low as like where his legs are, and I'm like, ew, fix that thing. Oh man.
All right, guys. What's next?
Well, do we want to rant one last time about that one situation?
Which one?
About the Masters and that whole debacle.
Oh, yeah. Let me call these people out again.
Yeah, go ahead. Now, let's give Karan the floor. This is going to be the before you start. This is going to be the third and final time we're going to talk about this, because I do not want this to become so much of a thing that I don't think people's lives are going to be threatened. That would be crazy, but it is. It did get to a point where it was just unbearably unnecessary.
So, yeah, we're not.
But go ahead.
We're not going to talk about this ever again. Whether you guys appreciate what my comments are going to be, or you don't, whether you still find a reason to be upset or not, we're not going to talk about it ever again. And I think it's important. The only reason why I'm going to talk about it, I do want to say, is because there's a lot of people who, interesting enough, they have things to say about our podcast or about me, and then they continuously tune into our podcast and my things.
Or won't say it to your face directly.
Well, yeah, none of them say it to me. And so the only reason why I'm saying things is because most of the people who had something to say or who felt slighted were not at all the people that I was ever talking about. Since I joined, like, Barney history fans and all of that stuff, I've consistently been harassed by people. I'm not going to mention their names because I don't really care about them. I didn't care about them then. I don't care about them now. But for the past few years, I've been consistently harassed over people spreading rumors about things that I've said about them, or about certain demographics of people that I hate, or that I'm making people or telling people to physically harm themselves. I've dealt with all this stuff for years, and I've never said anything because I actually have a job in a TV show that any negativity could be detrimental to my brand that I built. And there's never a world where Barney and fans of Barney are going to be more important than me protecting my show. So, yep. Yeah, so that's why I've never said anything about anything. So when I got the Masters, solely to only have the Masters to do one thing, and Kaylin and Hedge can tell you if this is true, even my writers who write on my show, Jen and Emmy and all those people who are on my show who wrote for the show, they could tell you I have consistently always said that once I get the masters, the goal is to release them so everybody has them. But the moment I got the masters and I said, hey, I have the masters, I was instantly harassed again over when I was going to release them, how they were going to be released. And then when I decided to release things, I was then harassed because it wasn't the way that people wanted them to be. And it wasn't because I didn't care about the quality of it being uploaded. It was the first thing I released. I just wanted it to be rushed out so that you guys had something. And then my goal was always archive. And my goal was always to convert the video files to the highest of quality. However, the very first Backyard Gang video I released was not one that I converted. It was one that was given to me. Same thing with the Going Places episode. I didn't convert those ones on my own, so I just uploaded what someone else had already given to me. But then I was harassed over those things. So yeah, I came on this podcast and I called a bunch of people assholes. And I do want to say, I'm not apologizing for that. I do want to say, though, that I didn't mean to say assholes. I really didn't. I was just in the conversation and I said those words. And that it wasn't until people started yelling about it that I went back and listened to what I said. When I realized I said assholes, I cuss a lot just as part of my conversation. And so when I said that, it was not actually calling people assholes, essentially. It was just part of the conversation of what I was saying. But I think context matters for the stuff that I've been dealing with for years. And I don't mention it because, one, some of the people who have consistently harassed me or had their little minions come and harass me are people that if I was to say something publicly, then I would have to deal with their meltdowns and them feeling like the world's against it. And I don't want to do all of that. So that's why I never said anything. That's why that's why I got so easily irritated about the masters. And that's why I stopped uploading them. Because even though people think, well, we're just trying to help, you guys offering help does not come off as help most of the time. It comes off as criticism. And then when someone goes, I don't like the way that you said this to me, you guys want to mask it as being helpful. And that's not being helpful. So the only people I want to name right now is Jen and Drew Pierce, Jeff Street, Brandon Crowell, and there was one other person. I can't remember your name right now. I'm sorry. You guys are the people that I was never talking about when I made any comments about anything. Same with Ethan. Our friend Barney never was talking about them. I actually had conversations with Ethan about what my settings were, what his settings were, so that when I do start to convert, they could be like, hopefully to the quality of the stuff he uploads. Every time I watch a Barney video, I go to our friend Barney. So I respect these people. None of you were ever the ones that I was talking about. And the only reason why I'm mentioning you guys are because you are the ones that I found that I was told were mentioning me in comment sections and being offended by the things that I said. And that's the only thing that I'll apologize for is if you got offended by the things I said, because you guys were not the ones that I was ever talking about at all. And you didn't know that because I didn't physically or I didn't verbally say specific people's names, but it was only because I was not protecting those people that I am talking about. It was, I just didn't want to deal with the extra stuff that comes with them. We all know about the one Barney fan years ago that anytime you said something against what their belief was, you ended up in a live stream having all these insults thrown at you. I was on the end of that too. And that's the only reason why I wasn't saying names. So those people that I mentioned, the only reason why I'm saying your names is because I saw you guys having comments back and forth about me. And you guys were never the people that I was ever talking about. And the only thing that I would say is if you ever feel offended by things that I say or feel like I'm talking about you, please come and talk to me versus a comment section of other people. Jeff Street did that. And then he deleted me on Facebook. And that's okay. That's however he feels. But he at least came to me and said, hey, this is how I feel about this. And we had a conversation. I reached out to Jen. Jen responded back to me. And I understood where she was coming from and why she made comments, being that she's connected to my show. So those people that I mentioned, Drew, Jeff, VJ, Brandon Crowell, Ethan, you guys are not the people that I think are assholes. You're not the people that I was talking about when it came to this. I didn't even know most of you, except for Ethan, out of those people were the only one who reached out to me to offer any advice on how to upload. So you were never in my line of firing, if you will, of the things that I was saying. And so Jen and I talked, and Jen said that she thinks that I should at least say something and address it so that people know what my intentions were. For the people that I'm talking about, and they know who I'm talking about. There's a guy on TikTok who consistently throws insults about me and the Masters, and there's other people.
Like,
yeah, they do it all the time. I know that they do it. Those are the people I'm talking about, though. I'm not apologizing for thinking that you guys are jerks, because you are, and the way that you treat people is not. I don't think it's okay, but also I don't think that it was right for me to generalize the entire Barney community, because it is not all of you. I'm clearly sitting here with 3 other people from the Barney community that, if we are being honest from my comments I made, would include you guys. So it's not the entire Barney community. It was just those few people, and they know who they are. And I don't want to, again, say their names and cause more negativity towards them or things like that. But for people who were offended, the people that got offended, I wanted you guys to know that it wasn't about you. But I'm not going to address the Masters thing anymore. I know that there's a few people who has deleted me recently, people that I've consistently gone to bat for on my podcasts when they've been mistreated, people who, anytime other fans, specifically the fans that were harassing me, were harassing them, and I spoke up for them and went to bat for them, that now they aren't my friends on Facebook, and that's fine. But I don't do anything. I don't show up as support or show up as a friend to people with an expectation that you would do the same for me. I would hope that you do, but I don't expect you to. So it doesn't hurt my feelings when people, whatever happens to them, they change their mind, they don't want to be friends. That's fine. But the people that I mentioned, outside of the guys that are sitting here, obviously, Andrew and those guys, all of you are my friends. I consider you my friends. I consider you people that I respect in the community. I know Drew and Jen and them were part of the Barney community on YouTube, just like I was. I say it all the time. I've always given credit there. You guys are never the people that I was ever aiming towards for anything that I was saying. So if you guys felt offended by that, that's what I apologize for. Outside of that, people who are consistently messaging me or making subliminal posts and thinking that I can't see it, I can't apologize for calling it out how I see it, because I've consistently sat back for 6 years almost, not saying anything, as people constantly try to tarnish my name. So the time that I do say something, I think context matters. So obviously you don't know, but the time that I do say something, I think it's a little unfair to then say, oh, well, you shouldn't say things like this, when you guys don't know what I've been dealing with for years. And so I think if you actually cared what I was going through, or with the context of it, then just reach out to me and I would talk to you about it. But yeah, from this point on, we've said that we're not talking about this stuff anymore. I hope that makes the people that did feel slighted, that I wasn't talking about, I hope that helps you guys. And if you're still offended or don't feel like being friends or whatever, that's fine too. But I just wanted to address that so that you guys were aware. But I don't think that's not what our podcast is for. So I don't want to consistently always have that take up our fun, because it's not fun to talk about it all the time. It kind of gets old after a while. So
so briefly piggyback off of you. When I joined this community,
hold on one second. It was not April. No, it was not April. Let's not put. I'm not saying who they were, because again, let's not assume people. I don't want innocent people to be caught in the crosshairs for no reason.
Yeah. When I joined this community in 2022, I went in with the open mind, knowing that I'm an adult that particularly likes this one thing that is specifically made for children. With that in mind, I always kept an open mind, because I knew that there were others that were like-minded, such as myself, who wanted to express that joy and potentially see what this franchise would hold within the near future. Well, obviously, we didn't know what was going on until it was announced, but for what was being presented to us, I was open to it. I've made friends The three people here on this panel, of course, Andrew Olson, we made a group together. The other moderators in that group as well, Brandon Smith, Sam Pelt, Billy Copel. Just that whole the people who have helped generate success through that group. I've always considered them very dear friends, even though we don't necessarily meet up or whatnot in person, but that's okay. That's what the internet is for. With that in mind, I also knew that a lot of people are opinionated about not only this franchise, but this character. A lot of people have an idea of what Barney should be, what Barney should do, what type of content should be displayed by the higher ups and the people who own the franchise itself. I get it. Like, we all have our own opinion. We all have our own thing of what we want this thing to be because we want it to be successful at the end of the day. And with that, I feel like a lot of people within this community have very strong opinions. And again, that you are valid to that. Nobody is telling that you're wrong. Nobody's telling you that you should think another way. It does get frustrating sometimes when a person such as Karan or Andrew has something so valuable and so integral to this franchise specifically. And once they put like a little snippet or something out like that, to sort of like see what the response would be or whatnot, and the response is mostly negative from a specific group of people, it's mildly frustrating. At the same time, when we're like trying to preach love and unity and community and all this other stuff that Barney essentially taught us, and we're not even like practicing what he's preaching, or we're not practicing what we're preaching by sharing that message as well, when we're essentially this entire situation has forced me to step back from the community. I have left essentially every group except History Fans because I run it.
Run it.
Here we go. There were some very nasty things, not only said about Quran, but said about this whole entire situation in general. And it is very frustrating when I see what I consider a very dear friend being dragged across the mud for literally no reason other than obtaining internal copies of a TV show specifically made for children. It's sad. It's very mildly, like I said, frustrating. And you just can't help but think that a lot of these people who are doing these things really don't have anything else better to do but to complain. You know what I mean? I'm of a situation. I have so much bigger stuff in my life that is so much more attentive and so much more just mind provoking in general than Barney. Early this year, I went through a breakup. I'm still dealing with the after effects of that. While I have moved on, the mentality of knowing that you've wasted your time and money, that still lingers. I'm going through a situation with a former boss where she is trying to drag my name across the mud for literally no reason other than I left her company and went to her competitor, and I, stuff like that. I've watched this community grow from being just a few thousand people to just almost I don't want to say half the nation, but a good quarter of people around the world wanting to know more about this franchise and wanting to know more about the people who not only helped run the franchise, but even know the people who love and adore this franchise just as much as we do here. And it is very mildly frustrating to see situations like these come into the mix like this. What I will say, the person who essentially elevated this whole situation to save him the embarrassment and him specifically, I'm not going to name him. However, I will say, to that person in particular, you should grow up. We are all adults. The last thing on your mind should not be a random stranger you've never met before in your life, and just basically making these subliminal posts about him specifically, whether it's about the Masters or the last thing he said was, oh, if he's so um irritated and just doesn't like how people respond to his content, maybe he should find another career path in life. That was very disgusting. That was a very nasty thing to say. And what I responded with was, hey, well, tell me, is it even more relatable or more respectful to say things such as what you just said? Never got a response from him, but he reacted to the other comments that were made under my thread. And I said what I said. I tried playing devil's advocate. It worked for some. I have not, spoken to anyone within that bubble. The gentleman I'm talking about in particular has been blocked. I do not want to have a conversation with you whatsoever. I don't even know you. Honestly, I don't. I did not know of your name until fairly recently, until all this stuff kind of came about. And again, just to see a friend just kind of just get their name dragged against the mud, it's just ridiculous. And again, this whole thing is revolving around Quran, but again, I would do the same for any of you guys as well. Hedge went through a similar situation, not with not with any sort of thing like this, but like with a former cast member from the Barney show, essentially, degrading his artistic interests and expressions and whatnot. And with this, it just put a very nasty taste in my mouth. So much so that a person that we used to go to bat for, who was on this very platform, who we helped express their interest and their ideas and their career paths and whatnot, suddenly decided to side against us and not really see both sides in particular, just side with one group of people and unfriend me, and then just kind of pretend like we didn't help them essentially present their interests, like I said, and even defend them against the same crew member that essentially harassed Hedge all those years ago, also harassed them after helping them with their current project and whatnot. And that person is also blocked. It was just sad to me knowing that how we've helped each other and how we helped them. And it was just mildly frustrating to me. But with that being said, again, I just feel like while we do, it just all goes back to the study we were talking about earlier. When we kind of converge and obsess over the one thing that made us happy during the happiest point of our lives, it can become a little too protective, and it can become a little too obsessive, and it can become just overall a little too much when it comes to this. Because at the end of the day, this show was not made for us. And by us, I mean us adults. This is something for children that, yes, we essentially grew up on, and we love and enjoy it just the same as we did back then. It does not take, all this other like mess for things to unfold and whatnot. So that's my 2 cents on the thing. Like we said, I don't want to talk about this ever again. I'm very glad that I have dismissed myself out of those groups, so I don't have to talk about this or defend myself or anything like that. And hopefully this will not escalate to the point where we will have to say names. But yeah, that
Yeah,
all I have
so
to say about
I'll just say, like, I think to wrap this whole thing up, I think you guys probably agree. I don't want to speak for you. I love 95% of this Barney community, the Barney fan base. It's a very small percentage of people who cause rifts and situations in things. So that's why I wanted to address it too, because certain people who were offended were never people that I would have ever even thought about trying to offend, because you guys, I consider you actual friends. So and it's probably more of a percentage than that. 98% of this fan base I love and respect, and the people that's in our comments, the people who we're friends with, the people that I mentioned by name, like all of those folks I care about. I genuinely consider you guys friends. It makes this whole thing fun, and we couldn't have fun and as much fun as we do if we didn't have this. It's a very small group of people, and so that very small group of people, I mean, they know who they are, and those are the people that my comments initially were directed towards. All of the rest of you, seriously, we appreciate that you're here, that you watch with us.
Absolutely.
Your friendship, everyone brings something important to this community, and so by any means, I don't want people to think that we don't cherish or appreciate this community of people. This is where we found our home, where we lived most of our life thinking it was just us, and then we go, oh wait, there's more people just like us out there. So I would just end it with saying that it's not even half. It's like a fraction of people that causes problems, and they know who they are, and I think that any kind of drama is just annoying. So
and I'm sorry, but I do want to apologize to those who just have no idea of what's going on. I know, like, throughout this whole entire thing, there's been people in the comments going, what are you talking about? And again, it did not have to come to this point, but when one person in particular keeps flapping their gums,
and we're not looking we're not looking to alter the thoughts, or we're not trying to create a bridge of like, you either stand with us or you stand with them. Like, what each of you do as individual people, it's just how we were saying about, the people in your lives who don't like that you like Barney, whatever the case, whatever you choose to do as individual people is completely your own choice. I don't have any opinion or any hate towards people who decide to deal with situations or people that I don't. It's all on you. Everyone's experience is different. So do whatever you want to do. We're not trying to go, you either have to stand with Purple Rain Podcast or you stand with all the other people. We're all still the Barney community. We're all still going to be here and still kick out content and kick out, build relationships and connections with people as long as people want to. So there's nothing negative that we're looking to push here. We just wanted to make sure that we addressed it once and for all, that the people who were offended, that were not the people that I wanted to offend, knew that was the case. And I think that you don't have to talk about it anymore. There's nothing that we need to fill in with people either, because it's irrelevant. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think we should do the commentary thing next time on the next podcast. So
absolutely.
The idea for people here who's watching right now, what we're going to do on the next podcast is, I thought it would be cool to turn on a home video or episode that either most of us or at least one of us hasn't seen, and then like do live commentary with it while we're watching it. So what we're going to do next time we do this, probably in a couple weeks or something.
Hi there. Yes, sure.
What we're going to do is we're going to watch Camp 101 around, because Kalen says he's only seen part of it but never finished it. Hedge, have you seen this movie?
I've seen the intro to it.
Okay. So no. So we're going to watch it and have live commentary. That way we don't get like any strikes or things. Talk over it, have fun, have you guys. I think it'll just be fun to do that. We definitely have to do it with some Riff era like home video, celebrating around the world or something.
Definitely.
You guys have not watched. Like,
let's go on vacation.
Kind of like a Riff Tracks.
Let's go. I love Let's Go on Vacation.
I love that video, bro. I love that video, bro.
Like, I love Jungle Friends also. Like those were not like. I thought those home videos.
I love the season 13. I love the season 13 costumes. So
yeah. We're going to start doing, not in every episode, but I think we should do that here and there. So the next episode it'll be commentary of Camp 101 around. I just think it'll be.
We should also
fun.
We should also react to maybe stuff we haven't seen in a while. Like I haven't seen Let's Go to the Zoo in God knows how long.
Literally, for sure. For sure. Yeah, it'd be fun.
So like stuff like that. Yeah.
I don't have anything else, guys. Isaiah says, didn't really know the details of all of this. Speaking for myself, if I'd done anything to piss someone off, please let me know unintentional. Yeah, and I think that's the bottom line for me is if you feel slighted by anything that I said, come to me. And that's not in a way of going like
you on that time
say something to me, and either you're going to find out you're absolutely who I was talking about, and this is why, or not at all what I was talking about, but this is the context. Because I don't, for one, if people didn't share with me the comments from that group, I've not been in any Barney groups in like a month and a half. Like I've literally I left all of them. That's why I stepped down from History Fans. I've not been a part of it, so I don't see anything until someone sends it to me, which is not often. So I can't stick up for myself. I can't see what you guys are saying because I don't know. I literally don't know. So if there's ever a time, just like Isaiah said, where if I offend you unintentionally or otherwise, or you feel like I'm addressing you, just talk to me, man. Like I always respond to people. And I think that's the easiest way to solve these kind of problems. So yeah.
I feel like that's also what a lot of people lose themselves in. Like they get so mad and get so defensive that they forget that you're on a platform where you can easily accessibly message the person you have a problem with and be like, hey, I don't like what you said here, or were you addressing me when, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. A lot of people are afraid of confrontation, and that's fine. But at the same time, if you're just like doubling down on what somebody is saying without getting any real context clues or not even knowing what's really going on and just siding with a group of people in particular just because, I mean, bless your heart. Like I hope you figure it out. That's all I can say.
Caitlin, that's the issue though, Caitlin. It's the ones who like swear up and down or swear before God that they're so non-confrontational and they don't like to be put on the spot. But those are the same ones that are doing all of that. And it's just like it goes back to just like be mindful, because y'all don't know what Karan's going through, and the stuff that y'all are saying, that could have been his 13th reason why. That could have been,
man, it's just an extra step to the ledge.
That legit, like that could have been that could have been the next step to.
I didn't know if that was a joke or
I didn't either. No, but that's real, bro.
The look on Hedge's face, like, oh,
nah, it's so real. You never know what anybody's going, and you guys don't know what he's going through. Like, you don't know his personal situation outside of him having a show. He's not only Mr. K, he's Karan. He has a life outside of that, and you guys have to be very mindful with the things that you guys are saying.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Someone said, Big Purple 88 said, season 13 Barney costume is the best one, hands down. Absolutely. And I don't like all the Baby Bob slander that she gets. I love that.
I don't either. I love her season 13 look.
And I don't care what Kaylin or Hedge says. It doesn't really matter.
First of all, she
love it
at all.
Wait. First of all, she looks like a dragon.
I think we're gonna go ahead and start to close this out. So
no.
Anyway, I think so. That's what we'll do next time. I think we should do this like every 2 weeks or something, like we did with the live stream, the episode thing. Or do you guys like
at least try
sporadic kind of?
I feel like
I said earlier, when we get different guests on, we should announce them prior so we can point it out.
For sure.
So
Kaylin said, like I said.
I said what I said. Okay. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this podcast. Sorry we had to go down that rabbit hole again. It won't happen again. I hope the people that used to come in and tune in come back and tune in. I hope you guys continue to tune in. But we do appreciate all of you. We hope you enjoyed this episode of the podcast. I'm not the one who's supposed to be doing this. Edge is the host for tonight. I'm sorry. You want to take over?
Yes. Make sure to go to Hedge on Stage right after you click off the stream. There's a new Barney video that's out right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he uploaded while we were on here.
If you go back to the last hour of this stream and you see me just looking out at the screen, I was putting up a thumbnail.
You're editing a video?
I def got the notice, bro.
It was just absolutely. Anyway,
Yeah.
Are
So
you nervous?
everybody. We will be back here soon with a new guest. I think will be joining us as well. And so, yeah, I don't really have anything more. Subscribe to us. Subscribe to Hedge on Stage. Subscribe to Tee-Riffic Tributes. Subscribe to The Best Barney Fan 2. Now that season 4 from my show is over, I'm going to editing now. But now that it's done filming, I'll be able to start creating some more videos again. So yeah, we'll be here. We should all sing "I Love You" together. It never works when you're on live stream because everyone it always sounds jumbled. Big Purple 88 says, "You told me outro because I'm right." I didn't know what you said. Oh, I'm not sorry, Baby Bot season 13. Baby Bot just looks bad. Oh, yeah, you are wrong. Absolutely. We'll talk about it. All right. Well, yeah, that's it for us, everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. We will see you next time. Peace.